This is Mr. Horton. This is Nate the Great Makes the Grade, written by Lincoln Peirce. Shopping for back to school clothes is usually a total waste of time, but this year I'm on a mission. I've got to find myself a new pair of lucky socks. My old ones have just about had it. They've run out of luck, eh? No, they haven't run out of luck, fool. Do these look like they've run out of luck? From a socks perspective, yes. Not washing them, that's what keeps them lucky. It's going to be tough to find new socks as lucky as these. Excuse me, but on what basis do you call those socks lucky? While wearing those socks, you've been put on academic probation, received 237 detentions, been rejected repeatedly by Jenny, and led the soccer team to an 0-14 season. Exactly. Think what could have happened if I hadn't been wearing these. I obviously know nothing about lucky socks. That's what I was about to say, but I figured I'd spare your feelings. Hi, I'm looking for some socks exactly like these here. Okay. One pair of gray socks, then? Gray? These are white. How am I supposed to find a new pair of lucky socks when I'm surrounded by such incompetence? These socks could be lucky, but there's only one way to find out. Excuse me, man. Where's the changing room? The changing room? Kid, you can't try on socks. Hey, not to worry. The athlete's foot has cleared up completely. I think these socks might be lucky, but it's tough to be sure. Hey, I'll flip a coin. Heads if they're lucky, tails they're not. Ow, a coin just hit me in the eye. I can't see. Let's head over to the Argyle section. So you bought 'em, eh? Yep, these have the power. I can feel it. I'm going to put them on right away so they can start bringing me good luck immediately. Hello, boys. I'd like to return a pair of socks. Hey, Emmett. Well, what are you gents doing here? School doesn't start till Tuesday. We know, but there's something I need to check out in Mrs. Godfrey's room. Be right back. It's still there. It is. Ha 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 ha. I can't believe it's still there. Ha 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 ha. Told you. A custodian knows everything, and a custodian knows nothing. Back to School Do and Don't Guide by Nate Wright. Do, ride the bus. Party! Dang, turn off the NSYNC. Don't, get driven to school by a parent. Remember to use those handy wipes after lunch. I love you, son. Do, get back to school supplies. This notebook holds 6 candy bars and a juice box. Cool. Don't, get a back-to-school haircut. What's with the hat? None of your beeswax. Do, talk to new kids. Well, hello there. Can I show you around? Don't, talk to new teachers. And what's your approach to teaching math? What a brown nose. Let's wedgie him later. Do, catch up on all the gossip. Hey, Dave, how's Sharon? Oh, man. Oh, sorry, man. We... Don't. Ask Kevin Gladchuck, how was your summer? Funny you should ask. I have here some photos. Do. Stand up to 7th grade bullies. Hey, guys, join in. Don't. Well, there it is. PS 38, my own personal chamber of horrors. My most hated adversary. But I've got your number this year. You hear? You will not break me. What do you say to that? Yield. Could be a rough year. Hi, Mrs. Godfrey. Francis, welcome back. Hello, Mrs. Godfrey. Hi, Sheila, welcome back. We agree on nothing except the fact that it's pointless to pretend. I just love the first day of school. All my pencils are so sharp. All my paper is so clean and crisp. And look at this. Does anything smell better than a brand new eraser? Ah, if you think this is scary, you should have seen him earlier kissing our locker. Well, hello, Nate. Welcome back. Hi, Mrs. Clark. It is still Mrs. Clark, isn't it? No nuptial bliss over vacation you want to mention? Nope, the wedding ring. No wedding ring on that finger. No engagement ring either, for that matter. Dull summer, eh? Find a seat, Nate. Mr. Rosa, I'm ready to have a great year in art class. You are looking at an art tsunami. My creative juices are bubbling like molten lava. I'm an artistic breakthrough waiting to happen. Ready the display case in Corridor 3. I'll have it filled with masterpieces before you can say Picasso. Suddenly I'm thinking tomorrow's sock puppet assignment might be a hard sell. I'll bet Mrs. Godfrey reads me the riot act about not getting into trouble this year, so talk to her first. Tell her you're going to be a model student this year. Fire a preemptive strike. A preemptive strike? A preemptive strike. Mrs. Godfrey, I just want you to know that this year Nate, I'm busy right now. Sit down, please. But can I just tell you that Nate, did you hear what I said? Sit down, please. Look, all I'm trying to say is, Nate, I've told you twice already. Now for the third time, sit down. 3 preemptive strikes and you're out. Oh no, it's Gina. Nice to see you too, jerk face. Find another desk, Gina. I don't want you near me. Why not? Afraid I'll try to copy off of you? Ha 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 ha. I've got to find a new peer group. Ha ha ha. Good one, Gina. Ha, high five me. Ha ha. Ugh. Your feet reek. My feet? What about your breath, Gina? You can smell from across the room what you had for lunch. Tuna fish, nacho cheese Doritos, banana yogurt, and orange soda. That's what you had for lunch? Oh, have a certs, please. Good heavens, what's that awful smell? They must be burning something in science lab. Gina, will you shut the door, please? Yes, Mrs. Godfrey. Ugh, change of plans. Hey, excuse me for having hot feet syndrome. What's up with you and Gina, Nate? Yeah, all you two do is argue all the time. Hey, you would too if she sat next to you. She thinks she's so great, but man, she is just totally obnoxious. Nate and Gina have a love-hate thing going on. Exactly. She's completely... No, not love-hate, just hate. It's all hate. Ooh. Here comes my pet project. Chester? Chester is your pet project? That's right. I'm going to reform him. Reform him? Why? Look, everyone's afraid of the guy, right? But he must have some good in him. Nobody's born that mean. He acts like a bully because nobody's ever been nice to him. If I treat him like a friend, he'll stop being such a thug. It says right here in this book, Chester, my man, wham, understands bullies. He's a work in progress. Nate, this homework assignment is unacceptable. You'll have to redo it. Redo it? We both know you're capable of much better work. If we both know it, why slap me with extra work to demonstrate the obvious? She not only gave me extra work, she's making me join the forensics team. Nate, are you chewing gum? Spit it out. Spit it out now, Nate. Now. What the? I was eating a Pop-Tart. I wonder why Mrs. Godfrey hates me so much. There's got to be some reason, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what it is. Hey, why don't we think of all the things we hate about you and cross-reference them with stuff she might despise? Good idea. Well, there's his voice. It's so nasal. Sigh. I sucked up some eraser dust on my inhale, a common classroom hazard. Hi, Mrs. Sir Wiki. Again, Nate? What did you do this time? Nothing. It's a total injustice. Let me read the note. All I was doing was breathing, that's it. Since when do you get detention for breathing? When said breathing features a prolonged lip flap. I was airing out my gums. Nate, what on earth are you grinning about? Nate? Yes, I got 105 on the test. 105? Gina, you can't get higher than 100. Well, I did. Here's what happened. During the test, I noticed that Mrs. Godfrey had made a typographical error on question 6. I corrected her mistake, and she gave me 5 points extra credit. So if I noticed a mistake that Mrs. Godfrey made, maybe I'll get extra credit. Maybe. Worked for me. Mrs. Godfrey? Boy, did you ever screw up on question 8. Let me show you. For you, she giveth. For me, she taketh away. Class elections are coming up. Yup, and I'm running for treasurer. Against Gina? Good luck, Nate. Gina's been our treasurer for 2 years. I know it. Since when do you want to be treasurer? I don't really. I just want to beat Gina. Should be a fun campaign. I thought of running for president against Brandon, but I hate Gina just a smidge more. Simple and to the point. Nate for treasurer. Except you don't even want to be treasurer, and you just want to beat Gina. Look, Francis, Gina's good at everything. She's never come in second her whole life. That's not healthy. After election day, she'll have to cope with failure for a change. By beating her, I'll be teaching her a valuable life lesson. That's just sort of warped logic for you to look in a class treasurer. Plus, it'll be fun. So it's true, you are running against me. That's right, Gina, my hat's in the ring. Sorry, Nate, but I don't think you're the treasurer type. Oh no, the voice of authority says I'm not the treasurer type. Who are you to question me, Gina? How do you know I'm not the treasurer type? How do you know that I wouldn't make a great treasurer? Well, for one thing, I sit next to you in math. She's got you there. Just hang the posters. So, Mr. Candidate, what's your platform? My platform? Yes, fool. What do you want to do as treasurer? Nothing. I just want to keep you from being the treasurer. Nate for treasurer. Vote. He's the man who put the petty in petty cash. Catchy campaign slogan. Hi, Nate. Can I have a statement from you for the school newspaper? Oh, what kind of statement? All the candidates are doing it, just to let the voters know what you'll do if elected. If elected, the first thing I'll do is speak to my worthy opponent and congratulate her on a good campaign and tell, in your face, Gina, booyah! So, what did my worthy opponent say when you interviewed her for the paper? How come you keep doing that? Doing what? That thing with your fingers. When you do it, whenever you say worthy opponent. So it doesn't seem all that respectful. Ooh, crisis. I'm not being respectful. Some articles write themselves. Nate for treasurer? It doesn't add up. Vote for Gina. The battle is joined. Nate for treasurer? It doesn't add up. Vote for Gina. Huh? Gina for treasurer? Don't count on it. Vote Nate. Hey! Gina for treasurer? Don't count on it. Vote Nate. Game on. Hey, I'm Nate Wright, candidate for treasurer. Who are you going to vote for? I'm undecided. Oh, come on. You can't seriously be thinking about voting for Gina. I mean, give me a break. She's so annoying. She's so stuck up. Is that what you want? Think. The choice between her and me is a no-brainer. Okay, I'm not undecided anymore. There. Was that so hard? How goes the election? That's what I'm trying to find out. Chester, my man! All done voting? Who'd you vote for? Get out of my face, you little dorkazoid. Is that what is called an exit poll? I'm beginning to see the benefits of a monarchy. Okay, everyone, the votes have been tallied and the election results are in. Brandon is president, Sheila is vice president, Elizabeth is secretary, and Gina is treasurer. Dang! It was close though, right? It had to be close. Oh yes, very close. Very close to unanimous. See, Gina? You lucked out. Well, you won, Gina. Go ahead and gloat. Rub my nose in it. Oh no, Nate. That's not what today is all about. This isn't a victory for me. It's a triumph for the voters whose voices were heard. And the real winner is the electoral process. She gloats good. Hey, trivia buffs, test your knowledge. Take the Mrs. Godfrey true or false quiz. True or false, in her high school yearbook, Mrs. Godfrey listed her hobbies as unprovoked rage and lunch. What are you looking at, huh? True or false, at their wedding, Mrs. Godfrey insisted her husband promised to love, honor, and cower in fear. Whatever you say, dear. True or false, in The Two Towers, Mrs. Godfrey makes a cameo appearance as Orc number 3. Gandalf, help! True or false, Mrs. Godfrey's breath has been classified as a weapon of mass destruction. Tuna, meatloaf, cheese, cabbage, mold, rotten eggs. True or false, to pay for college, Mrs. Godfrey worked as a part-time as a Slim Fast Before model. True or false? Mrs. Godfrey's unpublished autobiography is entitled Forever Torpid. Check it out. True or false? True. So true. Again. Detention. Prepare to be wowed, Mrs. Shapolsky. I'm here to read the morning announcements. Wowed? That's right. I'm going to end with a joke. I'm going to leave them laughing. That's not a good idea, Nate. Oh, come on. Everyone loves to hate their funny bone tickled, Mrs. Shapolsky. You obviously loved a good chuckle. Me? Sure. Look at all those laugh lines. This kid's a riot. And finally, today's field hockey game against Bailey has been postponed until Friday. That concludes this morning's announcements. Pretty dull, eh, gang? Morning announcements are one big snooze fest ahead of what they could be, an event. And so, starting today, yours truly will endeavor to make our time together each morning just a bit more memorable. Guy walks into a bar with a duck on his head. Nate, I'm afraid I can't allow you to tell jokes over the intercom during the morning announcements. But why not? Because it has nothing to do with school, that's why. Ah, gotcha. So if I told you a joke that did have something to do with school, that would be okay? Hey gang, how many math teachers does it take to screw in a light bulb? Stop. So you're saying I can't tell a joke during the morning announcements? That's what I'm saying. But all I'm trying to do is bring a few yucks to the table. Sorry, Nate, that's the way it is. If you want to brighten people's day, you'll have to do it by reading the officially approved announcements. Hey, peoples! Headlight screening at 10 o'clock today. Mrs. Shapolsky, will you find me some Tylenol? Finally, today's lunch will be fish sticks, tater tots, fruit cup, and raisin cookies. And now for a brief editorial. When an individual wants to inject a tiny bit of levity into the school day and is denied the chance to do so, that, my friends, is censorship. And censorship is wrong. Doesn't school teach us about free speech? Shouldn't morning announcements be a time for our voices to be heard? I say yes! That concludes this brief editorial. And now, despite the fact that the school is trying to muzzle me, I will tell this morning's joke of the day. Knock, knock. Ah, hear that, folks? Mr. Nichols is finally getting into the spirit of things with a knock-knock joke. Who's there, Mr. Nichols? Angry principal. Angry principal who? Angry principal who's about to send you to detention. I don't get it. What you got? An old yearbook. Over in the reference stacks, they have copies of every yearbook in the school's history. Cool. This one's from 20 years ago. It's totally hilarious. Is that Mr. Galvin? Yep, he was actually young once. Wow, look at Mrs. Bellamy. 20 years and 40 pounds ago. Hey, it's Mr. Rosa in there. Let's see. Nice chair. Nice disco shirt. Hello, boys. Ha 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 ha! This is why, during free periods, I tend to stay in my classroom with the door locked. Ha ha! We have to write a haiku for English class. What's a haiku? Japanese poetry. It's supposed to have 17 syllables. Allow me to demonstrate, Teddy. You have cheese doodles. Orange, delicious, crunchy. Give me one right now. This may be the first time a haiku has been used to mooch junk food. You didn't say please. That'd be too many syllables. Did you write your haiku? Yup, it's about Mrs. Godfrey. Mrs. Godfrey? Nate, it's supposed to be about nature. It is. From beneath her rock she oozes, her disgusting breath reeking of spam. That's about nature? The nature of evil. Plus, there's a rock in it. Hee. I wrote another hilarious haiku about Mrs. Godfrey. Listen to this. It's 17 syllables of sheer poetry. Ahem. She is a monster, a bloated obscenity, and she's right behind you. No, that's 18 syllables. Can't you count? So, you wrote some sort of poem about me? What? No! It doesn't even mention your name, see? What makes you think it's about you? I could be referring to some other bloated obscenity. Detention. You again? Psst, what are you in for? Throwing food in the cafeteria? What about you? I wrote an insulting haiku about Mrs. Godfrey. Good one, man. Hey, recite it. The deterrence value of the detention room may be fading. I'm in detention, an appalling injustice. I don't belong here. Protest haiku. Sit down and be quiet. Look here, young feller. Howdy, Emmett. I've got to mop this hallway, and you'll have to throw away all this trash. Trash? This isn't trash. Looks like trash. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Whatever, throw it away. But there's a lot of good stuff in here. Like what? Name it. I can find anything in here. Anything, eh? Anything? Can you find a copy of Arthur Guitar Boogie Smith's recording of Who Shot Willie? 78 or 45? He doubted me. What's with the frisbees? Nate, why didn't you hand in your homework? I didn't have time to do it because of a family emergency. Oh, I see. Well, don't worry about the homework, Nate. I hope everything works out all right. I've just discovered the holy grail of excuses. Mrs. Godfrey, I wasn't able to do my homework again last night. We're still, having a family emergency. I understand, Nate. Let me know if there's anything I can do. You're already doing it. I'm sorry to hear about your family emergency, Nate. Would you like to talk about it? No, it's too painful. Well, don't keep it all bottled up. That will make it harder to handle. If you don't want to talk to a teacher or a counselor, at least find a friend you can confide in. Okay. Psst, I've got Mrs. Godfrey eating out of my hand. This family emergency excuse is the best idea I've ever had. It works like a charm. Not only does it get me out of doing homework, but the phrase family emergency sounds too personal for Mrs. Godfrey to ask any details. But there aren't any details because the whole thing is bogus, right? Exactly, it's genius. How about a high five? I'm leaning more toward a simple slap in the face. Hi, Dad. Hello, son. Guess who just called? Mrs. Godfrey. She was concerned about the family emergency you've been referring to as an excuse for not doing your homework. You can imagine how awkward it was for me to tell her there is no family emergency. Yet. I'll be in my room. So Mrs. Godfrey found out your family emergency was a sham, huh? Did she ever? Not only did she tip off my dad, she's making me do all this homework I missed, plus an extra book report, plus detention until Thanksgiving. Not to mention the fact that, having done something so deceitful, you've probably lost a lot of self-respect. Huh? Forget it. Oh, how I hate her. What happened? My back went out during third period. I'm in agony. I know what'll help. Get on the floor. My brother-in-law is a chiropractor. I saw him do this once. By applying pressure to the right spot, I can shift your spine back into alignment. Oof! Ever seen the inside of the teacher's lounge? Nope. Give you a buck if you peek inside. You're on. A buck doesn't compensate me for the nightmares I'll be having all summer. Sploosh! Wham! Remember, today is school picture day. Hey, you've got a black eye. I know that, Francis. I walked into a door. And you're all muddy. I know. A car splashed me. And I know, Francis, it's school picture day. You don't have to point that out. I know that already. Got a little zit there. I know! Next, come on in, kid. And whoa, what happened to you? I got a black eye. That's some shiner. Got into a little scuffle, did you? A playground run-in with the school bully? Not exactly. Hey, I've been there. Mi amigo, I've been there. You won't believe this, but I used to get teased savagely when I was a lad. Shocker. You wear a cape to school just once and there's blood in the water. Okay, kid. Big smile. Hold it. What about my black eye? What about it? Well, can't you cover it up? Use some sort of special light or lens or something? I'm a doctor, Jim, not a magician. Star Trek, episode 47, scene 32. Ha ha ha. Notice how I establish rapport by referencing pop culture. What a twit. Here, kid, I'll put a little concealer over that shiner. This stuff is tickly. Well, there's the magic of photography do the rest. I think I'm gonna, big smile, kid. Show me some teeth. Chew! Magic click. Next. Hold it. Don't I get a do-over? Sorry, kid, no time. But I was sneezing when the flash went off. Okay, but let's make it snappy. Good, thanks. How do I look? Is there anything hanging off of my nose? Click. Nate Wright, teacher ratings. Your teachers rate in the Hall of Shame? Note, ratings are based on a scale of 0 the worst to 10 the best. Mr. Staples, math. Less than fun. Today, the fascinating world of fractions, rating 2.0. Mrs. Brindle, life skills, a recipe for disaster. And after 20 minutes of Johnny Cake is done, rating 1.3. Mrs. LaChance, French, ooh la loser, let the words roll off your tongue. Rating 0.8. Mr. Galvin, science, boredom equals MC squared. You don't know what I'm saying, do you? Well, I don't know what I'm saying either. Rating 1.4. Mr. Aldridge, computer lab, press escape. Wait, that wasn't supposed to, okay, wait, rating 1.1. Mrs. Godfrey, social studies. Oh, the humanity! I summon thee, hounds of Satan! Rating negative 3 million. Do you actually expect me to put this in the display case? Think of it as a public service. Nate, will you run this note down to Mrs. Shapolsky? Sure, Mr. Rosa. And on your way back, will you grab me a cup of coffee from the teacher's lounge? The teacher's lounge? There's a coffee maker on the inside table just inside the door. Okay. To boldly go where no one has gone before. Knock, knock. Nobody here. Well, Mr. Rosa said to go ahead and... What is that doing here? There aren't supposed to be any of those left in the school, and yet here's one hidden away in the teacher's lounge. Oh, the hypocrisy, the outright hypocrisy. Candy. So, a candy machine in the teacher's lounge? Oops, someone's coming. Jingle, jingle, clink, clink. Aha! Gah! Suppose you explain why there's a candy machine in the teacher's lounge. Suppose you explain why you're hiding in the recycling bin. Recycling bin? You mean like for cans and bottles? Aha! Sigh. This is an outrage. The teachers get candy while the students get the shaft. Remember last year you replaced all the candy in our vending machine with health food, and that initiative was a major success. A major success? Apparently you've never savored the wholesome goodness of tofu temptations. Darn right I haven't. G is for the gruesome class she teaches. O is for obese, and it's plain to see. D is for her favorite dinner, leeches. F the grade she gives most frequently. R is for her rages never ending. E her evil eye which never blinks. Y is for my youth which I am spending sitting in detention. Man, this stinks. Mrs. Godfrey, I think you went a little overboard on tonight's homework assignment. I mean, finishing all these questions is going to be Mrs. Godfrey? I finished the homework during flex time, so I can have more time to. So I can have some more to do at home tonight. Certainly, Gina. Thanks so much. You're such a freak, Gina. Well, who else but you asked for extra homework? I like to challenge myself. That's all. Unlike some people, I refuse to settle for mediocrity. Whoa! Are you calling me mediocrity-ish? That's not quite the word I had in mind. Well, I would hope not. Must you keep doing that, Gina? Doing what? You raise your hand every time there's a question to answer. It's like, look at me, people. I'm Gina. I'm smart. Oh, I see. So I'm supposed to hide the fact that I'm smart so brainless fools like you don't look so bad in comparison? Yes. Wait, take your time. I got 100 on the math test. What did you get? What does it matter? I don't measure my worth based on my grade point average. I'm not defined by my score on some math test. Hey, look, there's that kid who got a 36 on the math test. You were saying? Hey, it was a 38. Guess what, guys? Nate got a 38 on the math test. A 38. That's awesome. Cool. I got a 41 one time. High five, man. I can't wait to get to Harvard. Gina, Nate, I've had enough of you two sniping at each other. Yak. I'm going to separate you. You mean I don't have to sit in front of Gina anymore? That's correct. Yes! Cough. Be careful what you wish for. Hi, Mrs. Shapolsky. Hello, Nate. I'm here to see Principal Nichols. You'll have to wait. Artur is with him right now. Artur? Mm-hmm. Take a seat. Well, who'd have thunk it? Artur is in the principal's office. Well, I guess Mr. Perfect must have screwed up. Pretty quiet in there. Artur must be squirming in his seat while Nichols gives him the hairy eyeball. Wonderful job, Artur. It's been 30 years since one of our students earned the citywide Good Citizenship Award. You've made us very proud, son. We'll put your plaque in the display case immediately. Thank you, sir. Oh, how I hate him. Next. Nate Wright, are you passing notes in class? Well, suppose I unfold this and read it aloud for everyone to hear. This says nothing. That's because it isn't a note. It's a table football. Ah. Can I have that back? I need to kick an extra point. Hey, dweeb. Uh-oh, it's Josh Pankin. You're in trouble, Francis. Me? What did I do? You covered up your paper during the test so I couldn't copy off you. I probably flunked thanks to you. That's going to cost some coin, Pinhead. But I don't have any money. Hold it. Settle down, Josh. I'm sure Francis and I have some cash in your locker. Right this way. Foom! I'll never criticize you again for being a slob. You're welcome. Look at all the names. This will be the biggest chess tournament we've ever played in. Yeah, and as usual, most of the names are boys. How come so few girls play chess? They can be every bit as good at it as we can. I think a bigger effort should be made to get more girls playing in these tournaments. We boys outnumber them 10-1. Wow, I'm surprised to hear such an enlightened... how am I supposed to bag any babes with that ratio? In the first round, you're playing somebody from Bailey Middle School, Derek Knack. Derek Knack? Derek Knack? That name sounds familiar. That name sounds very familiar. I must have played him before, but I can't remember it. Maybe I'll see him. When I see him, it'll all come back to... Nate! Yep. Nate, it's me, Derek, from chess camp last summer, remember? Yeah, sure. Hi, Derek, what's up? What's up? We're first-round opponents, that's what's up. Can you believe we're playing each other? What a coincidence. Remember that we had that great time we had at chess camp? Remember what pals we were? Remember how inseparable we were? Friend of yours? As a barnacle it is to a rock. Remember singing chess songs around the campfire? Is that your opening? Yup. But that's not any opening I've ever seen. That's not exactly normal, is it? How can I defense that? What do I do? I'll give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to make my move? No, that's how long I think this match will last. Isn't this just like chess camp, Nate? You and me playing chess, just like last summer. His shirt says, I love chess. Things have changed a bit, since then. I've been practicing, and I'm no longer in awe of you. Oh, you taught me a few things, and I haven't forgotten them. In fact, you just might have taught me too well. Maybe, just maybe, the student has surpassed the checkmate. Well, that's that nice match, Derek. You beat me, Nate, but I dare say I earned some respect today. I was the underdog, but I didn't just lie down and let you steamroll me. I played tough. So long, Nate. I bid you farewell, not as a starry-eyed disciple, but as an equal. Oh, can I have your autograph? Welcome, players. Tri-County Scholastic Chess Tournament. Register here. How are you doing so far? I won my first match. Pat Blevins of Amesbury Middle School versus Nate Wright of PS 38? This guy doesn't look tough. Still, he's in the winner's bracket, so maybe he's whistling. Well, either he's not taking the match seriously, or... What? Now he's eating cheese doodles? Crunch, crunch, crunch. And what sort of weird move is that? Does this kid have any idea what he's doing? Now, I've seen everything. He's reading a comic book. This kid's clueless. I'm going to blow him off the board. Hello? Is he going to do something? Does he even know it's his move? Checkmate. How are you doing so far? Oh, shut up. Hand in those drawings, people. They're due today. Mr. Rosa, I don't have my drawing. You didn't do it? No, I did it. I spent hours on it. Well, bring it in tomorrow then. See, that's just it. It's too... I can't bring it in. Nate, where's your drawing? Second floor boys' bathroom. Third stall on the left. Nate, why on earth did you do your drawing assignment in a bathroom stall? I didn't set it out to do that way. I just happened to be doodling one day, and it turned into the best drawing I've ever done, so I kept working on it. It's right in here. Hey, do you mind? Move it along, Jeff. We've got an art critique going on here. I must admit, I've never done an art critique in such a unique setting. Go on, Mr. Rosa. Check out my masterpiece. What do you think? Well, come on, Mr. Rosa. Stop stalling. Get it? Stalling. Little bathroom humor there. I have a master's degree. So, what do you think of my drawing, Mr. Rosa? Well, this part on the left looks a bit off. Off? I mean, the perspective doesn't look right. That's because of how you're looking at it. You're looking at it at the wrong angle. You need to be sitting down. I'm getting a headache. And over in that part, I really tried to make it look 3D. And how about the way I integrated the toilet paper dispenser into the overall composition? Mr. Rosa, I'm just going to give him an A and get this over with. Principal Nichols, a crime has been committed. A crime? Someone erased the drawing I did in the boys' bathroom. I went in there this morning and my masterpiece was gone. It's an outrage. Okay, let me get this straight. You drew on school property? I created public art. Nate, your homework, please? I left it in my locker. I know it's in here somewhere. Find it. Okay, I'm going in. I found it. She's out cold. I'm going back in. And now for the next step. I mix them with water. Now step back and watch the fireworks, gang. They swim. They squirm. They do flips. For future reference, sea monkeys are not a valid subject for a science project. I'll write that down. Hi, Mr. Shawicki. Again, Nate? This is your third detention this week. Wow, it's Becky McGregor. I've never seen her in detention before. This is my big chance. For once, she's not surrounded by a pack of drooling guys. After we get out of here, would you like to go skating with me? Nate. Fold, fold, fold. Wee, zing, yip. Arg! My grade point average in social studies is an 84.2. So, that's good. But I need to get it to an 85. Then my dad will let me start doing extracurricular activities again. Mrs. Godfrey gives extra credit to kids who volunteer to be in her classroom helper. Oh, the indignity. Yes? Mrs. Godfrey, I was wondering if I could earn some extra credit by, being your classroom helper? Not right now, Nate. I already have a helper. Oh, okay. Phew. Bye. Right. Well, did you ask Mrs. Godfrey if you could be her classroom helper? I did. She turned me down. She already has a helper. Too bad, Nate. That would have been an easy way to get extra credit. I'm kind of actually relieved. Becoming a helper for Mrs. Godfrey might very well have turned me into... It's too awful to think about. Yes, Mrs. Godfrey. Collated and stapled. Right away, Mrs. Godfrey. Schlock's TV presents Survive or Else with your host, Ken Doolittle. Here we are again, friends, in the social studies classroom where our intrepid survivors have been trapped since early September. They've had to endure countless hardships. Have we ever? Lectures, film strips, pop quizzes. Oh, the horror! And it's all because of Mrs. Godfrey. She's making it impossible to survive in here. Nate, 6th grade tribe. Sounds like you want to vote Mrs. Godfrey out of the classroom. Oh, I do. So do I. Me too. And me. Well, Mrs. Godfrey, the survivors have voted, and it looks like you're... Hold it, Ken. I didn't cast my vote. But, no buts. What these survivors think is irrelevant. I'm not going anywhere. I run this classroom, and I decide who stays or who goes. Go! Thank you, Gina. Excellent job on your oral report. Thank you, Mrs. Godfrey. Yes, Gina, excellent job of boring us to death. That report was a 6-hour layover in Yawn City. Nate, you're next. Have a seat, Gina. Watch an oral report with some real flair. Nate, prepare to be dazzled. Okay, well, I was supposed to do my report on Henry Patrick, but believe me, it wasn't easy. I mean, either this guy is one of the most obscure people in history, or... Nate, you were supposed to do a report on Patrick Henry. Huh? No, the sheet you gave me says Henry Patrick. Henry, comma, Patrick. That's another thing. What kind of freak has a comma for a middle name? How come you got an A on your report and I got a D+? Because mine is 5 pages long, neatly written and carefully researched. Yours is 2 paragraphs long with a picture of a ninja drawn in the margins. Yeah, but it's the best ninja I've ever done. Well, when you put it that way, hello, honor roll. I should get some credit for the sword. Check out this sword. Yeah. Wait, what? An 8? I got an 8 on the social studies test? Relax. You're holding the page upside down. Turn it over. Okay. Phew. Hey. I'm here to protest, Mrs. Godfrey. Yesterday's exam was totally unfair. In what way? In every way. Like all of your tests, it was culturally biased. It completely discriminated against people who couldn't care less about social studies. Yes, Nate, that was intentional. Henry Ford, Gerald Ford. What's the diff? It's astonishing what any brother of Ellen Wright's would hand in such sloppy homework. Comparing me to my older sister? Man, do I hate that. It's so unfair. I'm not her. I'm me. I'm my own person. I've got my own skills, my own talents, my own unique abilities, such as your uncanny impression of Mrs. Sherwicki eating a tater tot. But do I get a grade for that? No. Teddy. Oh, no. Hi, Cindy. Are you walking home? Because I'm walking home. Want to walk together? Well, we could go to my house. Want to go to my house? We could do math homework together. Cough. I don't, because you're so good at math and explains things so well. Excuse me. Boom! I saw you were in trouble. My hero. Nate Wright, yearbook photographer at your service, Mr. Rosa. I'll be looking to get a good candid photo of you later today. Candids are supposed to be a surprise, aren't they? If you're going to take a candid photo, why tell me beforehand? I just thought you might appreciate a little advance warning. You know, after last year's unfortunate nose-picking incident, I was grooming my mustache. Poof! Nate Wright, yearbook photographer, strikes again. Pow! Struck again. Yeah. Click. What I really need is a camera with a silencer. Hi, gorgeous. Nate Wright, yearbook photographer, here to focus on you. We photographers are a very romantic group. Ever hear of the expression, someday my prince will come? Ha, ha, ha. And speaking of prince, how about we step into my darkroom and see what develops? Oh, well, her loss. Hi, gorgeous. He's reloading. Stop the insanity. Tricia, hey Tricia, how about a candid for the yearbook? I'd rather have the dry heaves, you little geek. And that was a little more candid than I had in mind. Hey, what are you doing, kid? Just taking pictures for the yearbook, guys. You know, candid shots, pictures of people in interesting situations, stuff like that. Yeah, we can give you a hand there. Great. Click. Here he comes, say when. And now. Beep, beep. Good morning, Mrs. Godfrey. Good morning, Nate. Here's the homework I forgot to hand in yesterday. What? Nate, this is chapter 15. You were supposed to do chapter 12. Whoops. Is that all you can... Oh, for goodness sake. There's cheese doodle powder all over this homework, and it stained my blouse. Sorry about that. What's this? Is there a drawing on the back of this? Is there? Doodling on your homework? I've told you not to... I didn't mean to. Wait a minute. Is this supposed to be me? Detention, Nate, now! 43 seconds, a new record. Oh, how I hate her. Mrs. Godfrey, why are you always making us memorize all these historical dates? Why do we have to be so exact about it? I know what the Louisiana Purchase was. I know how important it was. So why do I need to memorize the exact year it happened? Why? In case you end up being tested on it. Did you ever stop to think about the similarities between school and the insurance industry? Do you think people see me in a different light now? What do you mean? I mean, I'm maintaining a B average now. I'm getting good grades. I'm practically on the honor roll. But I don't want people to start thinking of me as some pointy-head, super smart intellectual. I think you're safe there. There's no Y in Europe. Doing the math homework? Hey, what'd you get for number 4? You just want me to tell you because you haven't done it yet. Yes, I have. I just want to check my answers, that's all. I got 33 jillion. Hey, I got the very same answer. You would. How many zeros is in a jillion again? I spilled some root beer on my homework by accident. May I ask why you were drinking root beer while doing your homework? Because I ran out of Mountain Dew. Duh, my sentiments exactly. Homework, please, Nate. Homework, right. Let's see here. Hang on a second. It's somewhere. Is this it? No, dang. Where the heck is... Aha! Got it. Rustle. I knew I hadn't left it at home. Pity. And, hey, there's my gum. Nate, would it be too much for you to ask to hand in your homework that's neat and clean? Every single paper has pizza grease on it, or a soda stain, or whatever this is. Let me see. Oh, yeah, this is the one I sneezed on. I just can't take this cold. Excuse me, class, while I go wash my hands. Well, Godfrey, won't yell at me when I hand in this homework. No wrinkles, no rips, no food stains. It's perfect. I even printed it out on the computer, a brand new crisp sheet of... Ow! Paper cut! Dang, Hey, Teddy, do you have a tissue? Hey, somebody get me a Band-Aid. Ow! Are these blood stains? I'm jinxed. That does it. This time she's gone too far. It's not enough for Mrs. Godfrey to scream at me because my homework's a little messy. Now she's actually lowering my grade. Okay, so my homework had a few stains on it. For that, she gives me a D-. That and the fact that you identified Roger Williams as a point guard for the Sacramento Kings. What is is it the Clippers? Dang, I should have said Clippers. Nate, would you mind explaining why you're bringing a rock into school? It's a counterweight. So it won't tip over. My backpack is so loaded down with homework I can't walk normally. If I don't hold this rock out in front of me, I'll topple over backwards. Nate, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Drop that rock now. Wonk. Wonk. I can see getting detention for this, but if she steps on me, that's way too harsh. Hey, Nate, I'm going to the dance committee meeting. Want to join me? The dance committee? Are you out of your mind, Teddy? I don't want to sit around deciding what to color crep paper or to hang in the gym or which cheesy local DJ we're going to hire to play lame top 40 music. No, thank you. Okay, I'll tell Jenny, Emily, Tina, Megan, Lisa, Ashley, Hannah, Lori, and Rachel not to expect you. Whoa, change my mind. Dance fever. Hi, Jenny. Teddy and I are here for the dance committee meeting. You? Yes, us. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong. It's just, we've never had any boys at our meetings. You two will be the only guys in a room full of girls. Roar! Suddenly I feel like dancing. Okay, let's start the meeting, girls. Girls and guys. Teddy and I want to help make this the next dance the best ever. Oh, please. We all know the two of you are only here because you're trolling. Now what do we do? Trolling. What is this trolling? Admit it, Nate. You and Teddy have no interest in planning the dance. You're just here for some FaceTime with us girls. That's not true. We have lots of good ideas for Sorry, I'm late. What was I saying? Hello. Okay, first let's decide what the theme of our dance should be. How's this for a theme? The 6th grade girls actually dance with the 6th grade boys instead of throwing themselves at the 7th and 8th grade boys and leaving the 6th grade boys standing around eating sour cream and onion chips at the snack table. Okay, moving right along. I don't think that'll fit on a poster, man. Okay, the theme of the dance will be Stupid Cupid. Any other questions? Yes, I have a question. Jenny, will you go to the Stupid Cupid dance with me? No. Rachel, will you go to the dance with me? Haha, right. Lori, will you go too? And he's going around the horn. Time for another scintillating edition of Faculty Interview with your host, Chip Chipson. Hello, friends. Today I'm chatting with PS38's Jabba the Hutt lookalike, social studies teacher Mrs. Godfrey. Can't talk now, I'm busy. Ah, I see you're correcting Nate Wright's most recent test. That's right, Chip, and he is failing miserably. And yet, you seem happy about that. Of course I'm happy about it. That's what I wanted to happen. I don't understand. I told Nate to study Chapter 3, then I tested him on Chapter 12. But that's totally unfair. Exactly, that's how he'll learn, by absorbing defeat after devastating defeat. You've got to break kids' spirits while they're young, Chip. Sure, it may seem cruel, but deep down they love you for it. Oh, how I loathe her. Just an observation. There were no matadors at the Battle of Bull Run. Mr. Galvin, how come we never get to do anything cool in science? Cool? Like cloning. Can't we clone something, please? Let's clone something. Or someone. Hey, I'll volunteer. I'd get cloned in a heartbeat. Let's clone me. Speaking for the faculty, Nate, one of you is quite enough. I'll send my clone to social studies while I watch cartoons in the AV room. The more I think about it, the more I like the idea of cloning myself, Nate. And the best part is, all we need to get started is a tiny sample of achoo! My DNA. Wipe. I've had 8 colds since September. But why can't I clone myself? Nate, what you're talking about is science fiction. Not only is cloning of human beings still only theoretical, there are many other issues of, I know what you're going to say, Mr. Galvin, and I assure you I have no problems at all with the ethical ramifications of cloning myself. Why doesn't that surprise me? Now, if Mrs. Godfrey wanted to get cloned, then we'd have a problem. 1. Carl has taken a math test. There are 10 questions which take 30 seconds each, 15 questions which take 40 seconds each, and 12 questions which take 2 minutes each. Carl pauses for 5 minutes between questions. In addition, he sharpens his pencil twice, which takes 20 seconds each time. The test begins promptly at 10 a.m. When Carl hands in his completed test, what time is it? Tick, 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 principal. What's that? My book report. How come it's so long, Gina? It had to be only 2 pages. I know, but I wanted to do more. 2 pages simply aren't enough for me to say everything I want to say. I could say everything I want to say in 2 words. Here's my book report, Mrs. Godfrey. Please note the sleek plastic binder, the museum-quality paper, and the full-colored title page. Are you familiar with the expression, putting lipstick on a pig? I am now. Mrs. Godfrey, when you handed back our reports, mine didn't have a grade on it. Yes, I know. If you're not going to put in any effort into your writing, your reports, I'm not going to put any effort into grading them. Something just happened that's either very, very good or very, very bad. You'll have 45 minutes to complete this test. Okay, here we go. Number 1, I'll come back to that one. Number 2, I'll come back to that one too. Number 3, hey, what is this? I hardly know any of these. Whoops, my apologies, people. I gave you the wrong test. I gave you the test for my other class. They're 2 chapters ahead of you. Here's the right test. As I said, you have 45 minutes. Okay, number 1. Can I have the other test back? Mr. Rosa, a little help. Whoop. Drip, 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 drip. Swish. Wow. Second team All-State, 1974. Nate, remember when we found out that Mr. Rosa is good at basketball? It gave me an idea. A kids versus teachers basketball game. Wouldn't that be a blast? Nate, I said, don't you think that would be a blast? Nate, I want it understood. I refuse to play in your face defense against Mrs. Godfrey. Nate? Uh-huh. About your poster for the kids versus teachers basketball game. Yeah? Is it really necessary to refer to the teachers as the evil empire? Well, that depends. Is Mrs. Godfrey playing for you guys? Yes. Then yes. Mr. Staples, are you playing in the kids versus teachers basketball game? I sure am. Are you any good? Well, it's been a while since I've played, but I think I'll do all right. I just hope my shooting isn't affected by my 1979 NCAA Division II championship ring. What? I was only the team statistician, but I won't tell him that. Kids versus teachers, let's get it on. Yeah! Look at the size of this crowd. Here they come, Mr. Rosa, Mr. Galvin, Mrs. LaChance. There's nothing like the sight of Mrs. Godfrey in gym shorts to suck the life out of a room. Do we have any Maalox in the first aid kit? Coach, you're playing in the kids versus teachers game? Of course, I'm a teacher, aren't I? Well, sort of. Sort of. In case you've forgotten, I do teach health. Oh, we haven't forgotten. Remember his lecture, Puberty, the Magical Mystery Tour? Barely. I was asleep for most of it. Say, Mrs. Godfrey, how many letters in the alphabet? Why, 26, of course. Nope, only 25. Swish. Because you got no D. Word, that felt good. Here comes Mr. Rosa. He's made his last 5 shots. Mess up with his rhythm. Find a way to break his concentration. Hello, Nate. Hi, Mr. Rosa. Picasso's okay, but he can't hold a candle to Leroy Neiman. Leroy Thanks, I'll take that. Watch me upfake Mr. Galvin into the bleachers. It's hard to upfake someone who's lost his reflexes during the Nixon administration. Go in for me, Francis. What's wrong? Did you get hurt? I just need to take a shower, that's all. A shower? The game's not even half over. This is an emergency. He got a drop of Mrs. Godfrey's sweat on him. I'm unclean. Rub, rub, rub. Shoot, Bill, shoot. Whoop! Looks like your bill was just vetoed. Is there anything worse than getting trash talked by a social studies teacher? I don't believe this. We're going to lose to the teachers. We can still win. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Swish. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. What's that supposed to mean? Just what it says. For only $1, I can search my vast inventory for anything the buyer wants. Anything. Yeah, right. Here's a buck. Give me a dozen donuts, jelly-filled. A dozen jelly-filled, coming up. Rustle, rustled. Voila! Wow. Hey, that's good. Let me try. Certainly, my good man. What can I get you for your $1? A $10 bill. A $10 bill, coming right. Closed. Investigative reporter Chip Chipson presents Burning Issues. Friends, today's burning issue is bullying, and here to discuss it is celebrity psychologist Dr. Warren Fuzzy. Chip, bullying is a scourge of our schools. We all remember what it's like to be bullied. We've all felt powerless. But what we don't realize is how powerless the bullies feel. The bullies feel powerless? Right, Chip, that's why they're bullies. They're compensating for their underlying sense of inadequacy. Underneath, they're cowards. Once we know that, we can stand up to the bullies and stop the cycle of bullying. Nate? I'm watching you, mister. Does that really work? Unless they're teachers, then you just live in fear. Look, we must have been having a film strip today. Yes, a film strip. Nate, will you run the projector? Me? I gotta run the projector? But then I won't be able to slide into my seat and give the film strip my full attention. Click, 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 click. My report today is on the Republic of Cameroon, which is a pretty cool name for a country if you ask me. I mean, I've got a cousin named Cameron. It's like, hi, I've got a whole country named after me. Isn't that? It's Cameroon, Nate. You're leaving out a letter. Oh. Nice move, Nate. Doing your report on the Republic of Cameroon instead of Cameroon. So, it was a mistake, that's all. Aren't I entitled to one mistake? One mistake? Yes, but you've done this before. Remember his report on the Whig Party? When he brought that toupee? Teacher's Lounge. See that? Teacher's Lounge. How come they get a room to hang out in and we don't? We're the ones that really need a place like that. We're the ones under all the stress. While they're in there eating donuts and taking cat naps, we're out here running around like rats in a maze. Is it asking too much for us to have a place for ourselves where we can relax for a change? Just give us a room, that's all. I mean, don't we deserve that? Don't we? All I want is a little peace and quiet, please. For the upcoming research project, people, you'll work in pairs. Yes! Oh, Mark! Oh, you and me, Taylor. I will assign partners. Oh, Teddy and Megan, Sheila and Julie, Mark and April, Nate and Artur, Janelle and Zach, Francis and Eva. Did she just say Nate and Artur? Hello, partner. Arrgh. I can't believe I'm doing the research project with Artur. You're lucky, Nate. You'll get an A for sure. Who cares? I'll be working with my arch enemy. I thought you and Artur were friends now. That's a sham, Francis. Artur's only pretending to be my friend. He's a two-face. He's a total phony. Hello? Hey, Artur, old buddy, old pal of mine. It's good we are doing a research project together, Nate. Oh, yeah, it's great. So we start on the working then. What? Now? We just sat down. We can't start working right away. First, we gotta hang out for a while. Shoot the breeze. Talk about Mrs. Godfrey. Ah, okay. She's an excellent teacher, yes? I really like her. Artur. 10 pages? I can't believe Godfrey expects us to write 10 pages. Nate, why always do you complain about Mrs. Godfrey? Why? Because that's what we do, Artur. We're students. Students complain about their teachers. You try it, Artur. Complain about a teacher. Any teacher. Cannot think of anything bad to say. I'm having a hard time forming a positive working relationship with my research partner. Look, Artur, there's nothing wrong with ragging on a teacher every once in a while. It's normal. It's healthy. It is. Yes, give it a try, Artur. Think up a nickname for Mrs. Godfrey. You can do it. It's easy. A nickname? Ma'am? I have much work to do. Mrs. Ma'am. What is it with Artur? What do you mean? Yesterday I tried to get him to bust on Mrs. Godfrey, and you know what? He wouldn't do it. So, he's nice, that's all. He's too nice for his own good. Would it kill him to be just a little more like you? Yes, thank you. Did you know that Artur is totally incapable of saying anything negative about a teacher? That's Artur. Yeah, he's so nice. He's smart, too, and funny. He's perfect. Well, he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I am. I just have the good sense of not to go around flaunting it. You can say that again. Artur is hopeless. I'm going to tutor him. Tutor him? In what? Criticizing people. Artur has no clue how to rip a teacher. He's unschooled in the fine art of the put-down. So you're going to teach Artur how to say insulting things about other people? Exactly. You're such an idiot. Write stuff like that. Only more imaginative. You know what your problem is, Artur? Problem? No. You never say anything bad about anyone. Everybody thinks you're a goody two-shoes. What is a goody two-shoes? You know, good, too good. Annoyingly good. Obnoxiously good. Ah. So, what do you want me to say to that? Thank you very much. Artur, I'm not buying this nice kid routine of yours. Routine? Right. Everybody knows you never say anything bad about anyone. Because do not have anything bad to say. But you must think bad things every once in a while, right? Don't you at least think bad thoughts about some people? Am beginning to. Come on, Artur. Deep down you want to bust on Mrs. Godfrey. Let it out, man. Stop it, Nate. No. But it's easy. Listen, I'll demonstrate. Mrs. Godfrey is so huge she has her own ozone layer, which you'd think would make it difficult for her to sneak up so quietly like that. So, did you succeed in getting Artur to criticize Mrs. Godfrey? Nope. I finally realized it wasn't an act. Artur is literally incapable of saying an unkind word about anyone. He's a nice kid. He's probably the nicest kid I've ever met. Oh, how I hate him. Sounds of the game. Squeak, 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 squeak. Tap. Doof. Dribble, 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 dribble. Zing. Bonk. Slurp. Mrs. Shapolsky, I'm working on the next issue of Classroom Chatters, and hold it right there, Nate. I will not be interviewed for your gossip column. You've misquoted me too many times. Shapolsky mum on rumors. Rumors? Wait a minute. You didn't say anything about Shapolsky pleads ignorance as scandal intensifies. Scandal? Scandal? Secretary snaps. Mrs. Shapolsky, can I interview Principal Nichols? He's busy right now, Nate. Doing what? That's his business. Something secret? It's not secret, it's just, what's he hiding? He's not hiding anything. So he has nothing to hide. Of course not. He doesn't have anything to hide. Yes, no. The principal lures loyal secretary into web of lies. Nate, isn't there some place you need to be? Nope, the action's right here. Action? You're the principal's secretary, Mrs. Shapolsky. Everything goes through you. It's not as exciting as you might think. Not on the surface, but underneath, the school is a hotbed of dysfunction and intrigue. Mrs. Shapolsky, has my pizza arrived yet? No, sir. Aha! Chuckle. Snicker. Nate, what's going on? My stomach was growling. Well, your stomach is disrupting the class. Do something about it. Got any salt? What? Detention. I smell danger. What do you mean you smell danger? I just do. That's ridiculous, Nate. How can you smell danger? When danger just polished off an onion bagel and a hazelnut decaf in the teacher's lounge, it's not that tough. You know what Mrs. Godfrey said this morning? Hold it, Teddy. She's coming. Huh? No, she isn't. Trust me. She's about to come around the corner. Wow, that was talk to the nose. Francis, did you know that Nate can smell Mrs. Godfrey from a mile away? Not just Mrs. Godfrey, any teacher. All teachers have their own unique scents, my friends, and thanks to my amazing sense of smell, I know them all. Mr. Galvin, for example, is a bewitching blend of chalk rubbing alcohol, tea-berry gum, formaldehyde, shoe polish, Old Spice, and unidentified. Unidentified? I don't like the sound of that. I've narrowed it down. It's either BO, that's body odor, or some kind of dead animal. Let's put your sense of smell to the test. Yeah, Nate, see if you can identify the teachers as they go by. Hi, Mrs. Brindle. Hello, Nate. Well, duh, she's the life skills teacher. Yeah, even I could smell the cinnamon. Okay, granted, that was a layup. Okay, here comes another teacher. Yeah, Nate, name that teacher. I'm getting a distinct whiff of rose petals. So it's got to be Mrs. LaChance. Hello, boys. Mr. Staples might want to consider using soap that's a bit more macho. I'm tired of getting a whiff of acrylic paint, clay, rubber, and rubber cement. Mr. Rosa must be close by. Correct. But there's something else. I'm smelling Mrs. Godfrey's scent on Mr. Rosa, which can only mean that Mr. Rosa and Mrs. Godfrey are having an affair. Or there could be another explanation. Please, Teddy, I'm the expert here. School bus. Hey. Bacon? Yup. I'm eating breakfast on the run. I was up so late finishing this stupid social studies report that I overslept this morning. You're getting bacon grease all over it. So what? It's done, so what? So that's what matters? Who cares about a few grease stains? Wacky thing happened at the bus stop this morning. I smell bacon. I'm so ready for today's social studies final. I've been cramming for days. Ask me anything. Okay, when William Henry Harrison ran for president, what was his campaign slogan? Ha! It's a trick question. William Henry Harrison never ran for president. Right. You've still got 40 minutes. Ready? 1620, Christopher Columbus. 1803, Boston Tea Party. 1861, the Alamo. 1770, Missouri Compromise. 12? 12. 12, let me see here. I was predicting your score. Right. Ugh. How's the test going, Nate? Nate, how'd you do on the test? Bad? How bad? How should I know? Well, did you finish it? Nope, it finished me. Hi, butthead. Hi, ugly. Hi, pizza face. Hi, pencil neck. Hi, fish breath. Hi, pea brain. Hi, geek boy. Hello, clueless. Hi, banana nose. Hi, squirrel teeth. Hello, boys. Hi, fatso. Detention. Hi, stupid. Hey, look what I've got. The brand new edition of the Book of Facts. Oh, no! Before we say anything more, Francis, promise me you're not going to bore me to the point of insanity by reading out loud from that book all day. Sorry, I can't promise that. Say, here's a little-known fact about solar eclipses. Did you know that total solar eclipses actually take place nearly as often as total lunar eclipses? And they actually somebody shoot me. Want to hear a fascinating fact? If I must. Walking at a constant rate of 3.5 miles per hour, it would take 3,000 years to reach the sun. Wow, I can't believe that. Well, it's true. It says so right here in... No, I can't accept that. I need proof. Proof? The sun's that way. I'll time you. Here's another gem from the Book of Facts. Did you know that? No more gems. Throw that stupid book away. Hey, just because you don't have an inquisitive mind doesn't mean this book is stupid. A book like this can come in very handy. Okay, maybe you're right. Let me see it. Here's a little known fact about zebras. Did you know? Hold it. Let me give you a little known fact. Little known facts are called little known facts because so little is known about them. And why is so little known about them? Because nobody cares! And why does nobody care? Because, according to the Book of Facts, most people use only 10% of their brain capacity. Make them stop! Sheila, you're the captain of the cheerleading team, right? Right. We've got a tournament tomorrow, and I was wondering, you want us to cheer at a chess meet? Now, I know you've never done it before, but what if someone wrote out a few chess cheers for you to learn? Chess cheers? Hack, fight. Take his bishop with your knight. Another chess meet. I gotta say, I'm not too fired up for this one. Yeah, Artur was saying the same thing. Artur was? Yep, but I'm sure he'll come through. As our number one player, he knows he can't take the day off. Whoa, Artur's not the only one who can't take the day off. I am perfectly capable of bringing my A game too. Let's rumble. Newt Rockney's got nothing on me. Nate Wright of PA 38 will play Roger Munson of Bishop Riley. I remember you. I beat you last year in the state quarterfinals. Yeah, well, I happened to be going through a personal crisis that day. Oh, really? And you were planning on going through something today? No, not something. Someone. Let's play. You know how I can tell I'm winning this match, right? You're so quiet. You're not doing any of your trademark woofing. Checkmate. Woof. Won my match. Nice job, mate. Nate, you played well. Now, if Artur can win his match, we'll win the tournament. Oh, great. So for a change, Artur will be the hero, and everyone will be talking about for weeks how great Artur is. And we'll win the tournament. Thanks, Mr. Wonderful. I'm conflicted. I don't know whether I want Artur to win his match or not. If he wins, we win the tournament, and that's good. But he'll also get all the glory, which is bad. Then again, I do want us to win, but I also kind of want Artur to lose. But why can't I just be happy for Artur's success? Because hasn't he had enough success? But that's so shallow. Shallow schmallow. Let him go down. But it's like being teammates with Gollum. Oop what? Artur just made a mistake. It looks like his opponent will... Yep, checkmate. He lost. I can't believe Artur lost. That's awful. Oh, give me a break, Nate. You're thrilled. You think of Artur as a rival, not a teammate. Well, you can stay here and gloat over his loss. I'm going to go thank him for doing the best he could. Hey, Artur. Hello, Nate. Nice match. You deserve to win. It is nice you are saying, but I did not play well. You'll have other chances. There will be other tournaments. Thank you, Nate. You're being very kind to me. Why? I've got a little extra money, Artur. I'll get you a candy bar. I see what you are doing, Nate. You're trying to make me feel better. Right. You feel bad for me because I lost. Would you also feel happy for me if I had won? Eat your Snickers, Artur. Thank you very much. Nate, I've been watching. It's very kind of you to try to console Artur. It's probably not easy for you. I realize that you and he have a bit of a rivalry. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate you putting your personal feelings aside and thinking of a teammate first. Here comes the spelling lesson, because there's no I in team. Amanda won most popular. What? Oh, come on. She's so stuck up. Gina won the brainiest. What? She's not brainy. She just spends her time memorizing useless facts. Anthony is most athletic. What? Who decided that? Anthony's a spaz. Sharon is the cutest. What? Her face is a total zip farm. And Zach is the funniest. What? Oh, give me a break. I'm much funnier than Zach. Where am I on the list? If all these other people won awards, I must have won something. You're right here. You did win something. Wait, what? Biggest... What? How come you circled today on your calendar? The last day of school isn't till tomorrow. I just made a mistake, I guess. Just a simple mistake. He circled today because today is prank day. What? Prank day? What is this prank day? I'll be checking your backpack. Ready for prank day? No, unfortunately, I got busted. My dad found out about prank day and pinched all of my stuff. He took my whipped cream, my eggs, my silly string, everything. But that's okay. A great mind like mine can always find ways to improvise. Did he just say a great mind? Guys, help me catch that squirrel. Hey, school, I bet you don't have a clue what's in store for you today, do you? Nate, do the words prank day ring a bell, pal? Yup, you heard me. Prank day. Nate? You're going to get schooled, get it? Prepare to be punked, you pile of bricks. Nate? I'm trying to get him to stop talking to the wall, but it's like, yak, yak, yak. Don't say it. All right, people, we're going to spend a few minutes on geography. Let me just pull down the map and... Hi, Mrs. Godfrey. Let's get jiggy. Ha, 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 ha. I hate prank day. All right, people, enough of this prank day nonsense. It's time to clown Graham. Clown Graham for Mrs. Godfrey? Ah, you must be Mrs. Godfrey. Ahem. Me. Ha 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 ha. See? You in September. Cripes. Ah, Principal Nichols, I see you survived prank day. Yes. And as I must say, it wasn't as bad as I feared. I actually expected there'd be more. Dude, where's my car? Last day of school. So long, Mrs. Shursky. See you next fall, Nate. Next fall? Well, yeah, I guess. I hope so. What do you mean? Well, nothing is certain, am I right? Next fall is still a long, long way off. And a woman of your age, I'm trying to hang on. Going to work at the ice cream shop again this summer, Mrs. DeRosa. Not working at the ice cream shop, Nate. I'll be making all your sweet dreams come true. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Wait, why am I laughing? Man, what a lame slogan. Principal Nichols, ready for the summer? I certainly am. I can't wait to climb into my bathing suit and hit the beach. Whoa, look out, beach. Pat, pat. There's a guy who needs a vacation. Cleaning out your locker, Nate? Yep. This is a whole year's worth of work. 1 full year of academic achievement. Very impressive. Man, that felt good. Countdown. Tick, 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 tick. Ignition. Ring. Lift off. Zow. Escape velocity. Pencil. Paper. Done. Done with what? Nate's to-do list. But you didn't write any... summer. The end.